Respected Shrotas, Sadhakas, co-travelers, welcome you all with all gratitudes and hearty wishes and congratulations. How convenient it is, easy it is to get flown in the world of multiplicity, world of plurality, world of upadhis, world of Shabda Sparsha Adi, and then get settled there comfortably, as if that alone is the purpose of the life. That's how people are worldly, just like as the saying goes, the duck takes to waters. Equally true is how tough it is to wean away from all of that. Then put the mind focusedly on Paramatma, the two through the study of the Shastras, Upanishads with Bhashya, etc. Such people, how many lives they have to take to evolve to this level from the duck taking to waters worldly to the spirituality. If someone like you and I are able to spare time every day for this endeavor of Shastra Adhyana willingly, very interestedly with Shraddha, how many lives of tapasya we might have done, struggles we might have gone through, negotiations we might have made within us, along with how many prayers we might have extended to the Lord, to the Gurus, that their compassionate, kind blessings are making it easy, convenient for us every day to study the Shastras. Know this, feel about it, feel that joy, feel that gratitude, feel that sense of fulfillment. Most important is feel that importance. Yeah, the importance given, the priority given, seriously, sincerely for this thing. Because from here only the real journey starts. That we are getting an opportunity to listen, but we have to encash it by deep listening, conscious listening, followed by the deeper, sincere inner sadhanas. So that we are totally pulled into it, sucked into it, drowned into it. And we all know with the Shastra studying, seeing the great characters, and also observing ourselves, that unless we drown into this spirituality fully, the intricacies, the depths, both in understanding as well as in sadhana, will never happen, leading to the actual experience, which is our main purpose. So, all this is said to say that congratulations to all of us that we are here. May this mood of Shastra Adhyana and through that knowing the truth may not go away from us for any reasons, outer and inner. Congrats again, friends. We are studying our Shwethashwathara Upanishad from Krishna Yajurveda. We are in the second adhyaya toward the end of it. In these last 5 6 shlokas, starting from the Sthula Sharira Adi up to deep inside, what are the expressions and experiences of a sadhaka who has discovered the Atma Tattva, the Brahma Tattva in himself by following the guidance given by the Upanishads. And this is routine in all Shastras, Tattva Shastras, that definitely the Guru tells or himself expresses the symptoms, the symbols, or the lakshanas when the self is realized. The Atman is realized when the Anubhava is gained. Like in Bhagavad Gita, if you see, the Sthita Prajna Lakshanas are indicated. In many, many other Shastras, Upanishads also, how the Jnani express this. In Sri Adi Shankara's many, many Prakarana Granthas, inevitably we will be shown all those लक्षणास जीवन मुक्त पुरुष है ना जीवन मुक्तस्तु तद्विद्वान पूर्वोपाधि गुणान त्यजेत सर्ववित मूढ़वदतिष्ठेत असक्तो वायुवच्चरेत like that fantastic shlokas are there. Yes, friends. So that topic will continue till the end of this chapter, which has just three more shlokas for us to study, mantras for us to study. 15, 16, 17. Tomorrow we'll be absolutely concluding it, only to start the beautiful third chapter. Throughout the day, also, we'll have some classes, followed by this Gita in Hindi with Sanskrit with Adi Shankara Bhashyam. Again, we'll have the Mandukya Upanishad with Bhashyam. Again, we'll have again Gita for the youth. Evening our Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana. Evening our Nirguna Manasa Puja. Maybe in a day or two it will be done. Also, we'll have our Skanda Purana Parayana. Prasthana Parayana will just start in a couple of days. Right, friends? Now, like every day, today we have 5 items to cover. Vedic Shanti Mantra as Prarthana, Pratigna, Dhyana. Then our common sense thought, then Prarthana Sankalpa, then few mantras Ucharana of the Upanishad for getting familiarized. Then we'll have our study of the Upanishad with Bhashya. Shall we start? Same mantra, Madhuvata, today, tomorrow. From Monday, we'll take up अवांग में मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता स्टार्ट ॐ मधुवातारुधायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः ओम शांति 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 ओम मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः ओम शांति 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 ओम मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. We have done our Vedic chanting. Now, in our today's common sense thought, simple it is. Very quickly we browse through. First thing is what? Don't suffer the poverty. We are not animals that we have very many limited inner resources. Animals have very many limited inner resources of intellect, mind, and their profound, sublime abilities. We are not like that. As a human being, the sophistication of the intellect and mind that are given to us is unimaginable, unbelievable. Remember it. Make use of those manabuddhi. As said yesterday by Sri Vasishta Bhagwan in the Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana, Yatha Sambhavaya Vritya. Take up such Sambhava Vritti or profession. You know, by adding the required talents. Yeah, some of them are given by birth, congenital or indigenous. Some we have to create them. So with all those abilities, see to it that life is made comfortable. Jaroti, kapda or makan sort of things have to be fully taken care. One second, I'll try to make a thoda sa farak. You can see wonderful mountainous view outside. Yes, isn't it? Find that comfort. Unless you are a sadhu sannyasi, give up everything, go for bhiksha, etc. That's a different tapasya. But in general, for those who are s- just trying to jump into sadhana from world and worldliness, for them it is said that find that comfort within you, need not suffer. Tapasyas are different. When that mood comes to rise above all the upadhis, etc., then katinati katina means very tougher than the toughest tapasyas one can and one should take up. But in the initial days of getting the knowledge of the truth and getting convictions, etc., let the upadhis be not too much tortured. In short, do that yatha sambhava vritti, find that comfort. Point one. But the Maya is such one that once that comfort start coming, we get flown in it, we get drowned in it. It has the trick and knack of making us postpone the spirituality and go on indulge in this only. Like, you say 10 minutes I'll see TV, then I'll go for my japa or any other study. You just sit only, 10 minutes goes for 20, 30, 40, 1 hour. Then by that time we are tired. Then we forget only or say that tomorrow let us do. How many thousands of times it happened? That when there is difficulty, we want to come out of the difficulties by working hard and make the things easier and smoother. Once the things become easier and smoother, then that easily, quickly available comfort and joy of senses of the world is so tempting and so tasty that it says continue or thoda ye maya ko we should be able to conquer. है ना, like Sri Kabir Das is what you see that doha, सुख में दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काय को है. So there the sukha dukkha we have to very clearly understand and smarana also we have to understand. So here the smarana aspect is what? Jo sukh mein sumiran karai. When things are comfortable to us, at that time we have to encash it, not for creating more and more. greeds and vasanas, but to be able to do sadhana. Yesterday that was the thing. No, no, yada sambhavacha vritya, loka aviruddhaya, shastra aviruddhaya. Then Bhagavan said, Santosha santushta manaha. That we say in English, there is a quotation, something they say, make hay while sun shines. When the health is good, when the relations are good, when the mind is good, when the financial status position is good, that's the grace of the Lord, where He says, I'm taking care of your yoga kshema. Now you do. Ananya Shintayantu Mam Yajana Paripasate Nityabhiyuktana. That discretion, that intelligence, that alertness, that awareness that I am provided with, such a beautiful thing within and without. May I encash it to become spiritual. By doing more and more sadhanas of Shravana, Swadhyaya, and all the Bahiranga and Antaranga sadhanas. Dekho, this is person's wisdom. This is the person's maturity. This is the person who is promised to really do something for his own spiritual evolution, which alone is the ultimately protector, the one which saves us. What else will protect us, Batao, other than spirituality? So be comfortable, but not so much that we become slave to that we are not able to do any sadhana. When that's comfortable, by our efforts and Guru Krupa, Ishvara and Guru, many a times by our prarthana, sometimes even if you don't do prarthana, but just you are trying to be spiritual, out of their kindness and compassion, they with their Shakti sort out many things, which we don't even know that. Many problems they sort out. They bless us. We have to recognize those beautiful, sensitive moments in our life sensibly. Sensitive in the sense that no problem at all now. Body is healthy, mind is healthy, everything is good. Chalo. Let me deeply study my Upanishads. Let me deeply do my upasanas to gain that required purity, to gain that required subtlety, to gain that required concentration. Let me dwell deeply into these Upanishads. एक एक श्लोक एक एक शब्द भाष्य का एक एक शब्द पूरी तरह से let me digest, isn't it? That sort of attitude, that sort of thing we have to do and take initiative. And the nagging mind will never leave us unless we become ruthless. You know, some people are there, no, don't allow anybody, wife or husband or children, to dominate them to nag behind. Nagging, karna, "Nahi, shut up, just leave me to my work. When it's required, I'll come." They are the people who are able to do more work. And those who come under obligation, everything they do delay or they don't even do. Same we have to do with the mind. Mind is always nagging. It just wants to go through the senses into the world. In some families, you can see either a husband or wife. Husband want to come to satsang, wife says no, let us go to the shopping with children. Or the wife wants to go to satsang, then the husband says nahi wahan ghumte hain. In the same way, the intellect wants to seek the truth, but this very emotional mind with the senses, empowered or strengthened, tells the intellect, you want to do sadhana? Na? Yeah, what's a hurry? Let us do tomorrow, next month. That is how very subtly the suggestions go on. The intellect क्या है इसके साथ ही रहना है ना चल कोई बात नहीं आज छोड़ देते. This is how very subtly, very effectively we are cheated by our own mind and senses. Just like how governments very intelligently cheat the people by taking so many taxes from them without their knowledge. The amount of taxes we Indians pay, many countries उसमें नहीं होता है. For every 1 rupee item we are buying, they say 40 to 45% tax only. Not the cost price, production price, anything. We are taxed without being felt. Same way, the mind and senses, without making us feel, they drag us and drown us into worldliness. And we are in that slumber and stupor, stoop to the mind's all suggestions. And by that time, Even first of all, we don't awaken. By the time we even awaken, that यार मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, अब हो गया, कैलेंडर कट गया, पर्ची कट गयो, then the यमराज has come, हो गया टाइम, चल तुमको इतना टाइम दिया है बट यू नो आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड सर, नथिंग डूइंग, अब हो गया, व्हाट डिड यू डू थ्रू आउट योर लाइफ, फिर से नो अगले जन्म करो अभी, ही विल टेल, अच्छा इमीडिएटली मिलेगा नहीं, नो आफ्टर 2000 लाइव्स यू हैव टू गो थ्रू बिकमिंग बफेलो मस्किटो, देन वी विल गिव यू चांस अगेन, टाइम विल बी ओवर. Isn't it? See how much it means that we have to be sharp, subtle in our intellect. Much thousand times more sharper than when you have to drive our car in a ghat road, heavy Badrinath ghat road. Savdhani hati, durghatna ghati. It's only question of half second become inadvertent enough. Same way in life also, especially for spiritual person. You know, for that maintaining the intellectual conviction, for that not coming under the influence of the mind and senses. And the mind will have its emotions, its submissions, its alternatives, its proposals, somehow or the other. Our mind's sankalpas. Only job is to see that day, that moment, sadhana is not done. And continuously the mind is getting successful, becoming successful, our intellect is failing. And that's why substantial sadhanas, consistent sadhanas, vigorous sadhanas, committed sadhanas, which are very essential even to cross little distances in spirituality, we are not able to do and enjoy. है ना? And the people who have realized this, then they take up all those vratas, all those anushtanas. And they take one hour vrata per day. Then they take a 1 day vrata per week. Thursday or Saturday, whole days for my sadhana. That's how they conquer. Intelligent people. 1 week per month, 2 months per annum. I'm out of this place. Totally, I'm dedicated. And just because they have gone there, mind doesn't leave, but they struggle. They fight with the mind. They love the mind. They educate their mind. Somehow they make themselves sadhaka. They take the help of Guru, the Shastras, the Devata, Bhagavan, by the Upasanas, prayers. So all these subtle, gross things which are in our hands, not in our hands, using all of them, the serious sadhakas come into the track of sincere sadhana. And as we saw many times, till the ultimate goal is reached, we cannot take anything for granted. Nothing means nothing. One of the most dangerous things which drowns us is we take things for granted. And once we enter into spirituality, na, we feel we are great, so we don't anymore surrender to anyone, and we think what we are doing is right. And that combination of ego, buddhi, and mana, with the self sense organs, when it thinks that we are on track, when it thinks that we are doing right things, we are doing wrong ones. And that time is the most crucial time where, because we have become so egoistic that मैं जो कर रहा हूँ सब ठीक ठाक है, गुरु गॉड स्टॉप हेल्पिंग अस, दे विथड्रॉ. उस समय जो हम गिरते जाते हैं ना, उसका अंदाजा नहीं होता हमको. दिस कॉल्ड महामोह एंड महामाया. And with all the efforts, we pray to Guru God. By their grace, we come into spirituality. To a good extent, we do sadhana. Then we start becoming independent, self pride and ego. And then seeing that the Guru का भगवान says, चल थोड़े समय हम हमारा विथड्रॉ करते हैं. अब that time देखो, है ना? We just it's such a powerful maya. It happens that we don't even become aware that we are missing our regularity, our routines, our sadhanas, our consistencies. इधर करना ही छोड़ देते हैं, और कुछ दूसरे चीज ऐड करते हैं, और द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द थिंग्स गो अवे. Intensity of the sadhana. So everywhere you and I have to be alert. There's no alternative for this. So yes, be comfortable with your own self efforts, but when the comforts are given by the Lord, use them for only sadhana. And those comforts, those non-problematic situations can come in patches. The small patches, big patches. Patch of 1 day, patch of 2 days, patch of 10 days, patch of 1 month. जितना भी मिला उसको यूज करते जाना, है ना? लाइक द व्यापारीज, even 10 rupees profit comes, he will invest. 100 rupees profit comes, he'll invest. Why should I miss? He says. ये 10 रुपए कम है क्या? 100 रुपए कम है क्या? वो कमाने वाले को पता है कीमत, वैल्यू ऑफ द मनी. So he will not say no. So too we have to become like that in sadhana. So today I am free, no obligations, no problems. So just say no to everything else. Just sit, close the doors, do the extra sadhana of japa, extra sadhana of the stotras, extra sadhana of the Upanishad Parayana, extra sadhana of the Adhyayana of the Upanishad with Bhashya, extra sadhana of Manana Chintana. क्या है इस तरह. And one suggestion I have to give it to myself first, then you also can take, is what? Any class or any satsang or any program of spirituality done, toward the end, मेक मोर डबल स्ट्रॉन्गर संकल्प कि मैं दोबारा बहुत जल्दी ऐसा वाला साधना करूं या इससे बढ़िया वाला करूं. May the entire world, cosmos, bless me in this regard by forgiving me for all mistakes or mischiefs. May I do better than this. Every time when we get out of sadhana, make this sankalpa, make this prarthana, make this ichha. It works wonders. And some more prayers like, let me be intellectually alert enough to recognize such opportunities, blessings given by the Lord of doing sadhana, and let me do them. Let me become mad in doing my sadhana. Let me become mad. Then only it will happen. Let the whole world say whatever. In case of every of the jnanis, bhaktas, you can see when they were intensely involved in sadhanas, the people around them have laughed at them, tried to pull them. क्या जरूरत है इतना करना करके, in the form of anybody, parents, wife, husband. But those who said no to them, they alone could. You know, the Prahlada, how many times his mother might have told, Beta, don't go against father, listen to him, Beta. You know, why do you make him angry or annoyed? कहा होगा कया तूने बहुत बार. And how much Nachiketa's father told him, Beta, by mistake or by anger, I told you to go to Yamaraj, doesn't mean that I really meant it. Stay back. Everyone are that way tempted. Everyone are again try to be pulled down. And the ones who are strongly convinced alone go beyond all those temptations, emotions, and then take up to the sadhana by their choice and reach out. So the two things we heard are, yes, be comfortable, but not to indulge. Be comfortable so that you are able to do sadhana without any hassles, without any hiccups, without any pulls behind. That way, manage your life, maintain your life, and in the given life, maximum, the highest, whatever can be done. If that's done, there's a great trupti. फोकस ऑन दैट कंटेंटमेंट ऑल्सो कि मैंने अपने जिंदगी को साधना के लिए भरपूर यूज किया. isn't it? At least few years towards our end, those 10-12 years हम पूरा फोकस करें ना, बहुत बढ़िया रहता है. ओम 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 सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः सङ्कल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तर्षिमुनिगुरुदेवतादर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगति एकता शान्ति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानाम् अस्माकं सह निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् समस्तमन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापना उपासना यज्ञयागसेवा तपस्यादीनां द्वारा प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्रसत्सङ्गसाधना सेवा मातापितृ देशधर्मसनातनधर्मभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः चैंट द टू मंत्रास 16 और 17 एषः देवः प्रदिशोऽनुसर्वाः पूर्वो ह जातः स उगर्भे अन्तः स एव जातः स जनिष्यमाणः प्रत्यङ्जनांस्तिष्ठति सर्वतोमुखः यो देवो अग्नौ यो अप्सु यो विश्वं भुवनम् आविवेश य ओषधीषु यो वनस्पतिषु तस्मै देवाय नमो नमः. Friends, the topic under discussion is if you see the summary precisely, first in Sambandha Bhashya as well as in the Prathamodhyaya Adhyanam, we have seen basically about the Brahma Jnana, the Atma Jnana, the Advitiyatva of the Brahma Jnana, then the Brahma Jnana Prapti, Brahma Prapti is the Moksha Hetu. In the Sambandha Bhashya, which we studied for more than 6 months, around that, with so many quotations of Puranas, Upanishads, etc., the Brahma Jnana eva Moksha Hetu was told. As the Upanishad started, we have seen that अहम ब्रह्मवादिनो वदन्ति किं कारणं ब्रह्म कुतस्म जाताः जीवामकेन क्वच संप्रतिष्ठाः अधिष्ठिता केन सुकेतुरेषु वर्तामहे ब्रह्मविदो व्यवस्था. From there we saw those brahmavadinah, their discussion, their inquiry. First they mutually discussed what is the cause of the whole universe, what is nature of Brahman. When they could not come out with their outer intellectual discussion, then on the basis of already existing shastras, they contemplated inside. That in that inner contemplation, they found that Paramatma, which being explained here in this Upanishad with that chakra example. You remember that? the चक्र का एग्जाम्पल दिया हमको, नदी का भी, पंच स्रोतोम्बुम पंचयोन्युग्रवक्राम, है ना, पंच प्राणोर्मिम, दैट वाज द नदी के साथ परमात्मा का कंपैरिजन. सो टू बिफोर दैट चक्र, how wonderful that was, the explanation. So this is how the topic was going on. All the questions of Purva Pakshis were answered, and also the Guru, whatever the knowledge the Shishya necessarily to have for inspiration, for initiation, he went on giving all through. The Prathamodhyaya. Toward the end, we were told beautifully the Pranava Upasana. Isn't that? Huh? Atmanamaraning Krutva Pranavam cha Uttararanим Dhyana Nirmatana Abhyasat Devam Pashet Nigudavat. Then we were told the example how the Paramatma is there. Tileshu Tailam Dadiniva Sarpihi At Apasrotasu Aranishu Chagnihi. Like the oil in the tila, like the butter in the dadhini, in the buttermilk or the curds. Then apahasrotas, like the waters below the earth, when it is dug, the srotas, the river comes out. Aranishu cha agnihi, like the fire in that arani. When you churn properly, the agni comes, the butter comes, the water comes, the oil comes. Same way, take the help of the pranava for the upasana and discover that inner self which was discussed so far. That was the way the first chapter concluded. If you really observe, remember, if you re-study it again and again, see. In the second chapter also, right from the beginning, we are guided in this. But there the beginning was Upasana was told to us. Without the Ishwaranugraha, the sadhana can never happen. Therefore, the Upasana has been initiated in the second chapter. You know, taking the Parabrahma as the Ishwara, Ishwara is Savita. You know, Yujevam Brahma Purvam. In that way, the mantra started. If you remember the. Mm. See, Yunjanaha pratam manaha tattvaya savitadiyah agnirjyotirnichaya prithivya bharatu. Then yuktvaya manasa devan suvaryato dhiya divam bruhajyoti karishyata savita prasvaditan yuktena manasa vayam devasya savitussave suvargyaya shaktya. So all those topics were to invoke the grace of God and the Guru, which is very essential to actualize both the intellection as well as the sadhana and experience. Very, very essential, exhaustively. Slowly we are seeing we're very lazy. I am, not you. Intellectually. धीरे धीरे हम जा रहे. Thereafter, in the second portion of this particular chapter, we were told the importance of pranayama. We pray to the Lord, they are blessing us, but we also prepare our own Narayana upadhis for it, isn't it? So, while giving importance to pranayama, all the four things were tackled. The Sharira, its swasthatha was dealt through pranayama, the prana shakti required to be created, conserved, that also was told. And then by talking about the Shwashtra Yukta Vidyadi, the necessity of the control of the senses also is indicated. And all through that, the most important one is the mind is told to be quiet and under control. This is what is the topic being discussed. In this way, with fully integrated, properly balanced upadhis, now focus on the Atman, which we have already studied in the first chapter and entire what you call Sambandha Bhashya. Right? As we are progressing in this, totally this is called as yoga here, yoga sadhana. As we are doing this yoga sadhana of yoking ourselves with our own essential self, what are the symptoms or signs or symbols that we are on the track? This is the topic now we are discussing. And at the body level, it was said how the yoga sadhana doing sadhakas, varchas of the sharira, everything. You remember from the mantra number uh, Before that, in fact, we told about after pranayama the great details of which type of place we have to select, which should be avoided, etc. Then, when we do the sadhana, the symptoms or the signs or the some of the things that appear indicating that we are on the sadhana path. See that shloka Nihara Dhumar Kanila Nalanam Kadyota Vidyut Spatika Shashinam है ना एतानि रूपाणि पुरस्सराणि ब्रह्मण्य अभिव्यक्ति कराणि योगे. The person who is doing yoga to tune to realize the Brahman. So Nihara Dhumadi, they are the symbols. We saw that one. Then he gets mastery over the Pancha Mahabhutas. They won't trouble him, and whenever he invokes them, those gunas come to his prakatya. That also we saw. आध्यात्मिक साधना कर रहा है बंदा तो उसमें योग को भी जोड़ दिया तो प्राणायाम आदि ये सब होने लगते. एंड द ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स इट वाज न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्यु. वेरी इंडिकेटिव इट इज प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयम शरीरम. So the one who is intensely doing yoga, because of that the Agni is prajwalita, that Agni has percolated Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira. That Agni is protecting now. Yoga Agni. So इनका स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीर योगाग्निमय हो गया. Because of that, न तस्य रोगः न जरा न मृत्यु. So you see all the Himalayan yogis in such a extreme cold atmospheres, they are there. Still there is no roga to them. हमको तो पालक को देखते सर्दी लग जाती है. They are in the minus degrees because शरीर योगाग्नि में हो गया. And they live 100 years, 120, 130 years. है ना? No old age. They won't become old, dilapidated, depending on someone, etc. Na jara. And also long life of 120, 130. So these are important. Roga rahitya, jara rahitya, then madhyantara, mrityu rahitya means long life. Don't we need it for doing our intense sadhana in this life? Generally, right from beginning, somebody can do sadhana by passing grahastha from brahmacharya. Or even someone has gone through grahastha now took up the sadhana, even if the age of 60, 70, if Bhagwan gives him that 30, 40 years of life, how much sadhana can be done? And that is called as Natasya Rogo Najarana Mrityu. How? Yogagnimayam Shariram Praptasya. You have to do all these yoga sadhanas and invoke that Agni, which burns away all these possibilities of Roga Jara Mrityu. That topic was discussed. Natasya Rogo Najarana Mrityu. Then at the gross body level, Laghotvam, Arogyam, Alolupatvam at the sense level, and the Varna Prasadam also at the physical level. Beautiful was Swara Saushtava, Sushtuta of the Swara. Means his words are so tender, so loving, so purposeful, clear, meaningful. There is full blessedness in those words, blessings. Then Gandha Shubha Mutra Purishamalpam Yoga Pravrittim Prathamam Vadanti. See, these are all one who is pravritta in the yoga. They say the signs and symptoms that are seen in him. Then we saw in the yesterday day before class that examples are given. That when we do the yoga sadhana here, all the malicious from us, impurities from us go away, and then we experience the self. When the self is experienced, it is like this. The three things are told here. Few more in the next one. Isn't it? Example was Yatha eva bimbam mrudaya upaliptam bhrajate sutad sudhantam. Any of the metal covered by dirt, etc., with proper material sudhantam when it is washed. How? It's tejas swarupa. It is swasya kanti bhrajate gets expressed. Gold or silver, etc. उसका प्रॉपरली धुलाई करो उसका चमक धमक as it comes out. Now, here, this one we have seen in many of the Upanishads, that the shining of the gold and the silver is never brought from outside and never created because of the washing. Why? The shining brightness of gold and silver are natural. What happened was they were covered. That brightness is covered because of all the oxidations. So the whole process of cleaning that is only to remove the covering dust or dirt, etc. That's it. Then the originally existing brightness expressed. In the same way, ever we are the Atman. Ever the whole world is Brahman only. Ever the Brahman and Atman are one. This Brahma Atmaikata is not created, not manipulated, not brought from somewhere. Never it is the result of any action that it was not there. No, it's always. But that's covered by the dirt of avidya, dirt of the moha, dirt of the upaditadatmya, dirt of bahirmukata. So just like Sudhantam Bimbam Bhrajate, so too the Sudhantam here is what? Sudhantam is washing very well. Is this entire yoga sadhana that has been indicated so far. With this, all the said impurities go away. Then the self in its full brightness, brilliance shines out. That I am that Atman, I am that Brahman. By doing sadhana, Brahman Atman is not created, not brought. He's already there. We are ever that only. We just become aware of it, become awakened to it, whatever the words you use. It is discovered, you say, it is revealed, you say, it is realized, you say. शब्द कुछ भी यूज करो, कौन सा शब्द से आपको आराम से समझ में आता है. That was the shloka yesterday. Tadva, Tadvai, Atma Tattvam is realized when through this yoga sadhana sudhantam, all the impurities are removed, ignorances are removed, deeply rooted, the basic ignorance. That मूला अविद्या कहते हैं उसको कि मैं ब्रह्म नहीं हूं. फिर तुरंत प्रश्न पूछा तुम कौन हो. मैं जीव हूं. तुम्हारे साथ क्या है. मेरे पास पंचकोश है. तुम्हारे मन में क्या है उसके कारण राग द्वेष है. उसके कारण करोगे क्या तुम कर्म और किस तरह का कर्म पाप पुण्य उसे मिलेगा क्या तुमको स्वर्ग नरक. दिस इज द samsari's way of life, ignorant person's way of life, बद्ध पुरुषा's way of life. मूला विद्या. और मूला विद्या में जाकर ये जो है ना निकाल देता है कि यू आर बेसिकली ब्रह्मन. देन यू आर ब्रह्मन अलोन. देन देयर इज नथिंग अदर देन ब्रह्मन. दैट डीप वी हैव टू गो इनसाइड. and देखो बढ़िया सा यू हैव टू लर्न स्विमिंग एंड देन गो इनसाइड द रिवर टू एंजॉय द फ्री स्विमिंग एटसेट्रा. किनारे में रहकर उधर के पानी तपा तपा ऊपर डालो, यू विल नेवर एंजॉय इट. isn't it same way बढ़िया सा you should know how to make खाना and spend that time and make that खाना जबरदस्त and eat. And not that जो भी बचा है भैंस की तरह खा के and call it as naturopathy. And natural food. Nothing like natural. This fellow doesn't know how to cook proper food. In the same way, deeply study the Shastras, get into that mood, and deeply enjoy. Like the good menu, food made and you enjoy, or good swim we do by going into the river because I know swimming. So to study thoroughly Shastras and go deeply into all these analysis, contemplations, and revel there. Let us aim at that. Let us desire for that. Let us ask the Lord to bless us with it. Then, now in this 14th mantra, when that is tried and achieved, how it looks like for him, these are all, words employed to explain that which is inexplicable. We should have a sympathy to the speaker that is trying his best to convey that which can't be conveyed through words. Isn't it? Still, he succeeds if we cooperate with him in getting some conviction. So, what is the meaning of brightness shining out of the self when Sudhantam is done of yoga sadhanas? like the silver and gold became bright when it is washed with whatever the material. Three things are told here. Ekaha, Krutarthaha, Vitashokaha. There is no Anekata or Dvandvata for him now. And mind you, all samsara is in Dvandva, Dvaita, Anekata. Because there is no Dvandva, Dvaita, Anekata, because there is no samsara, and because there is Ekata, that is what is fulfillment. That is why Krutarthaha. And in that one which is infinite, nothing but bliss or happiness. Full. इवन ढूंढो टार्च लेकर थोड़ा सा भी शोक दिखेगा ही नहीं आपको. दैट्स फॉर वीत शोक. एक कृतार्थ वीत शोक. See how many years of listening and contemplation we have to do to catch what the gurus are trying to say through these words. Gurus are also sympathetic towards us. They know our level of mind, intellect, sharpness, purity, subtlety. They are sympathetic. They know यार और बहुत बच्चों को आगे बढ़नी है तो let me be with them. 1,000 times they repeat, they educate us, they have patience. And we also put the effort. Then we'll be able to understand the meaning of these words and the feeling thereof and the consequence thereof. एकः कृतार्थः वीतशोकः. इन शब्दों का अर्थ पता चलना है हमको. Then the experience of it, then that feeling. Oh, there's nothing other than me. Ekaha. What I have to do get God? I am already infinite blissful self. Krutartha. Abhinav Shoka. Shoka is there in Upadhis. Upadhis are transcended. You know, even if million miseries come, cannot make the Brahma Gnani miserable. Just like the Gnani, even million facilities are given, still he finds a reason to become miserable. अच्छा है कि नहीं. दुखी आत्मा को कितनी भी खुश करो, कोई ना कोई ढुकालेगा बहाना दुखी होने को. बट आत्मज्ञानी को आप कितना भी दुखी करने की कोशिश करिए, से नो चांस. आई कांट बी मिजरेबल, आई एम ब्रह्मन. सो एक कृतार्थ भाव तेवितेशक हो गया. नाउ द 15th मंत्र वी हैव टू स्टडी. व्हाट इज द संबंध भाष्य फॉर दिस. कथम ज्ञात्वा वीतशोको भवति इति आह. Ah means said. It means this question is answered. What's the question? Katham jnatva. What was said here? Ki atma tattvam prasamiksha. Having realized the self. Prakarshena samyak iksha atma tattvam. Through the Sudhantam of yoga sadhanas, when the self is very well realized by him, he becomes ekaha kritartha vitashoka. Now, what is the meaning of very well realizing the self? Or what is the meaning of realizing self, knowing the self? So, katham jnatva कृतकृत्यो भवति पीतशोको भवति. What sort of knowing it is? What sort of knowledge it is? Can you tell us? That's this mantra. A beautiful mantra. Patiently we have to study. Consciously we have to study. He says, यदात्मतत्त्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेह युक्तः प्रपश्येत् अजं ध्रुवं सर्वतत्त्वैर्विशुद्धं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. अगेन यदात्मतत्त्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेह युक्तः प्रपश्येत् अजं ध्रुवं सर्वतत्त्वैर्विशुद्धं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. Mitro, this shloka takes 5 days to explain. Consciously, carefully, patiently, one by one word with Bhashyam. Because it's a gist summary of the entire Vedanta. That's why yesterday we explained to some extent of the shloka artha. Today we'll see with the Bhashyam. Okay. Before that, familiarize with the mantra, with the Shabdartha. Yada, when the sadhaka, having done the yoga sadhana, as its result, achieves this one. What? Atma tattvena tu brahma tattvam prapashyet. Yada, when yuktaha, the sadhaka, prapashyet, sees Brahma Tattvam, the Brahma Swarupa, Atma Tattvena, as the Atma Tattva. कल का क्लास जरूर सुनना. We have given sufficient time to explain about Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, ityadi shabdas. Today will not repeat. So this much first understand. When through the said yoga sadhana, this yukta purusha prapashyet, sees, visualizes, realizes. What? Atma Tattvena means as the self. Which one? Brahma Tattva. Right now, Atma Tattvena we have, but not Brahma Tattva, but the Upadhis. We take the Upadhis as the Atman now. But Upadhi is not Atman, no? The Brahman is the Atman. So when he realizes that, okay, then how that Brahman or Atman सिंबॉलिकली कोई एक शब्द बताओ हमें, इंटेलेक्चुअली एक कॉन्सेप्ट बनाने के लिए. दीप उपमेयने ना, दीप उपमा, लाइक दैट फ्लेम, द फ्लेम. So it is self-effulgent too. It illuminates others. That's the lakshana of the Deepa. So Deepa Upamena. So the Atma Jnana is Deepa, Jyoti, Chaitanyata, Jnapti, Jnanam, Prajna, Prajnapti. So many words are employed in various Upanishads. Only to give an idea. So look at the lamp. It is bright. It is illuminating other things. So within us also, there is a state of being is there, which is Prakasha Swarupa, which is able to illuminate anything, everything around it. Actually, that state of being is our real state of being. That is Atman. That is Deepa. So, Jagrada Avastha, in that the millions of things that we do. Swapna Avastha, thousands things happen. Nidra Avastha, nothing happens. All of that is illumined by that Deepa. That is me. In that way, that Atman or Brahman is realized. So Atman is realized, Brahman is realized, Brahman is realized as the Atman, that Atman Brahman is Deepa Swarupa. यदात्मतत्त्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेह युक्तः. Yukta means the sadhaka prapashyet. When he sees that. Then along with the Deepa Shabda, some more Shabdas are given to make us understand that state of being. That state of being is me. What are the words employed, which Bhashyakara will explain that I will study? Ajam, birthless. Including all vikaras are not there in it, from birth to death. Second, dhruvam means stationary, stable, unchanging, unmoving, unmodifying. Dhruvam. Ajam dhruvam. Then sarva tattvair vishuddham. In that, all other things which were so what do you call, conspicuously seen and taken by us as reality, all the other tattvas are never ever there in that reality. You will see that gold as gold, you can never see any ornaments in it. See the water as water, there are no waves at all in it, bubbles at all in it. So these are all the waves and the bubbles, etc., are the sarva tattva. Vishuddha means freed from all of them. Is the substratum, the water. So to the avidya, the moha, and the three gunas, the maya krita, vyashti samashti, stula, sukshma, karana, all of that are not there. Just like on the TV screen, when you put it off, isn't it? The human beings, the animals, or the world, whatever was projected, it is freed from all those projections. The TV बंद करके देखोगे तो आपका ही रिफ्लेक्शन दिखता है इसमें. Then what was the 2 hours movie which you were seeing, which was being shot in so many locations? Therefore, you could see all of them. All of that is projected. In the same way, whatever I am seeing now, so realistic, and even giving me the experiences. That's the biggest problem. Even though it is unreal, even though it is mithya, yet it is giving experiences. There we are caught up. But Swamiji, अनुभव तो आ रहा है ना, जिह्वा में लगाते तो रसगुल्ला इतना मीठा हो रहा है, क्या मेरे को ही आया मीठा, आपको भी लग रहा है ना? Then how can you say the rasgulla is unreal, mithya? How can you say the tongue is unreal, mithya? How can you such a sweet, tasty, enjoyment as mithya? Only one explanation. Didn't you eat rasgulla in the dream? Was it not happy, enjoyable? Yeah, when you wake up, where is it? Your tongue, the rasgulla, it landing on the tongue, and you felt it so मजा है और चार दे दो. वो सारा सपने का कहाँ गया जब जागृत में हो? बट वाज इट नॉट अपियरिंग सो रियल इन ड्रीम? मांग मांग के खाए थे चुरा चुरा के, है ना? हाउ मेनी टाइम्स इन द ड्रीम फ्रिज में जाकर रसगुल्ला चुरा के खाए, बट व्हेन यू वेक अप, हाउ रियलिस्टिक इट वाज देयर इन द ड्रीम. वेक अप, किधर है वो? सत्व सर्वतत्व विशुद्धम इज वेकिंग अवस्था. Waking avastha is Vishuddha, pure, immaculate, untouched by all the tattvas that were experienced by us in dream. So, to in the pure self experience, all that we are now experiencing in this Jagrada avastha with these Panchakoshas, Upadhis, there none of them are there in that. Sarvatattva Vishuddha. And he is the real self, and that is what you have in that way, Jnatva Devam. Now there ends all bondages. Therefore, Sarva Pashaihi Muchyate. There is no Pasha, the snares, the ropes that can bind such person. The beauty of this mantra, you see. यदात्मतत्त्वेन तु ब्रह्मतत्त्वं दीपोपमेनेव मेनेह युक्तः प्रपश्येत् अजं ध्रुवं सर्वतत्त्वैर्विशुद्धं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. The biggest difficulty for both the speaker and listener is what? These Upanishads are in the Upanishadic language, Vedic language, Vedic period language. The acharyas have to understand it. They have to try to convey the meaning of them in the familiar language to the disciples. For the listeners also, language is familiar, but the subject is something abstract, looks like beyond their intellection because they were never exposed to that. है ना, थ्रू आउट देयर एजुकेशनल लाइफ और अदरवाइज कहीं नहीं सिखाते ना इसको. इसे उनको सब कुछ नया नया दिखता है. ये काय का दीप आया, ये आत्मा क्या है, ये ब्रह्म क्या है, व्हाट इज मीनिंग तत्वैर विशुद्धम, व्हाट इज एकम, व्हाट इज ध्रुवम, all appears to be beyond the head only, the bouncers, the white balls. But they have to have patience with faith that what our rishis say is not empty or not mithya. Because if that is so, it could have not survived with all the onslaughts of time to come up to our times, even in this Kali Yuga. और कृत त्रेता उस समय में रहने वाले उपनिषद वेदांत, how come it has come up to this time? Long back it should have gone oblivion, if it is not real. With that faith, the Shishya also should keep on tuning to Shrota. The Vakta also, sympathizing with the Shrotas, will have to try to find all words, explanations, examples, logics, stories to convey. In that very healthy synergy, the communication happens, the knowledge is communicated. And the disciple or the listener, by contemplation, should strengthen that knowledge gained. Then he has to do all the sadhanas required to realize it. So, Atma Tattvena Brahma Tattva is equal to Brahmatma Ikya Bodha. Deepa Swarupa is equal to Chit Swarupa. Ajam Dhruvam Sarvatattvair Vishuddham is equal to Ajam is it is eternal, immutable, eternal, birthless, deathless. Dhruva means it is immutable, decayless, etc. Then Sarvatattvair Vishuddha means what? It is such a final most substratum that in it the things may be superimposed, but they never are there. In waters, waves can be superimposed, maybe, but there are no waves in the water. Sarvatattvairishut. Jnatva devam. That is the self. When one realizes that, sarvapashai muchyate. Thereafter, nothing can bind you, nothing can limit you. Nothing can tie down you. You are the boundless, liberated, infinite, blissful self. करेक्ट नाउ इसका भाष्य के साथ पढ़ना एक दो दिन लगता है तो आई विल पुट इट फॉर टुमारो ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु प्लीज कम बैक फॉर गीता 20 minutes